Welcome back, lords and ladies, to Mountain Blade. I am Cornish-Knight, and we are continuing our little army building exercise. Now, we did have a quest to go and save some merchant's son or something, but I'm not really that interested. And these guys being attacked by fort bandits, and I'm going to leave them to their fate. Because I'm only 6 people, and it's not worth me dying over. Recruit volunteers, got 4 of them. Oh boy, that's a lot of nasty people down there. Are they fighting? Ah, that's what's happened. The local lords come out. Count Despin, and his rather elite force of troops have come out to give them a good whacking. Now, we need to find some nice juicy targets for us to attack. I mean, I could start probably attacking villagers. Who are these people? Uh-oh, deserters. Maybe I can lure them. Don't want to lure them, they're coming after me. It's not great. Speed 3.8, 4.1. I love having horses. To be honest, I'm probably gonna, once I've got enough people together, I'm probably gonna start shifting over towards a more cavalry heavy force so I can travel quicker and attack convoys and stuff and attack villages. So the Saranid Sultanate and the Khargit Khanate have made peace. Ah, that's interesting. The Grand Principality of the Vegas and the Khargit Khanate have made peace. So there's a lot of peace going around at the moment. It will not last. Not if I have anything to say about it. There actually is an option in this game. You could see looters. We can take them, run them down. It'll be good training. Surrender or die. Follow me. It's survival of the fittest time again, ladies and gentlemen. Now, where are these blokes coming from? They're coming from here. So everyone get here. You can fire at will, because you've got to be just armed with rocks and stuff. Stand close. Oh yeah, I forgot they had throwing darts. And I will buy you guys some time. What? Oh, there was a rock. I didn't notice there was a rock there. This is a good tactic that I use. I like to... It basically gives me some more time. And I cleaved his head from his shoulders. And we shall ride them down. Oh, rock. I hate that mechanic. Sometimes it's like, oh, you ran into a peasant and he stopped your horse. It's like, no. It was either a rock or a horse. The problem is that in this game it's a bit hard to tell sometimes. I love the sunlight in this game, it is beautiful. I've not caused as much damage as I would have liked. We'll pull back behind our peasants and militiamen as they chuck stones at them rather ineffectively. Killed another one. How goes the fight on the hill? Oh, God, that guy's got a nasty wound. Charge. Everyone charge. We'll take them from behind when they're focusing on me. Yes, yes, focus your attention on me. Not on the people with weapons coming from behind to kill you. How many people did we lose? Well, we lost one of our militiamen, which is a shame. Didn't want to lose those guys. And lost one of the peasants. But we got some renown for doing it. And we captured some looters. And this is survival of the fittest. So... now, how do I want these guys to level up? Page, perhaps? I'm trying to remember off my top of my head how they actually progress tree-wise. I wish you had a bard sold it. Swedish Vega, Voiger, or Page. What do these guys look like? No, we want the other ones. Just realised with the pages, because they go up then to become knights. We want cavalry, basically. Lots and lots of lovely cavalry. My approach to troop recruitment is very brutal, which is that the ones that survive stay, the ones that die go home. I never said I was a kind boss. I need to get myself a better spear, really. I need to get myself the loot. I need to get the loot all button, really. That's what I want. Who are they fighting? Okay, there's looters. But this could be on our side if we could get to it in time. Roster the allies. This is going to be a big battle. They got 238 of our side against 10 of theirs. Now, to be honest, I'm just doing this purely for effect, because it looks absolutely awesome. You got this huge, massive, elite cavalry army made up of heavily armoured knights, as you can see behind us. And we're charging across the plains to do battle with our enemy, with the King of Swadria in the lead. And I'm purely here just for the loot we can get from ripping off the dead corpses. These guys are high-end. Yeah, these guys are like high-end enemies. I doubt I'd be able to actually hurt any of them. Oh, I managed to kill one, stabbed him for the top of his head with my sword. Got another one as well. Awesome. There shouldn't be many of them left now. But yeah, this is like a high-end Swadria army with like loads of really heavily armoured knights. And they're all celebrating over the deaths of their enemies. Managed to kill 2 of them. Farmers, thank you for helping, madam. It was fortunate to have you nearby. Oh, we didn't get anything. Curses. Ah well, one can hope and dream. Oh, sell some of these swords. Sell some of this armour. I know this looks really repetitive, folks, but once we actually start burning down villages and destroying caravans and making widows of people and orphans, it will be much more entertaining. And yes, I did say that out loud. Arms. I want a nice spear. Heavy lance, not worth it. There's nothing really. Galemsel dagger. No, the reach is terrible on that. You can tell how far weapon reaches. Like weapon reach is 95. That's 50. So that's like half the reach of my sword. Well, for example, a lance has a reach of 240, and my pitchfork has a reach of 150. So it'd be nice to have a lance. Let's see if there's... Ooh, a ransom broke. Here we go. Greetings to you, madam. You look like someone who should get to know me. And why is that? I broker ransoms for poor wretches who have captured in the endless wars. Normally I travel between the salt mines and the slave markets of the coast on commission for those whose relatives have gone missing. But if I'm out of my if I'm out on my errands of mercy, I come across a fellow dragging around a captive or two. Well, there's no harm in a little speculative investment, is there? And you look like the type who might have a prisoner to sell. Would you be able to ransom me if I was taken? Of course, I am welcome in every court in Cal-Redair. There's not many of who can say that, so always be sure to keep a poet or a pot of dinars buried somewhere and a local loyal servant who can find it in a hurry. That's actually pretty good advice. That's what a lot of ransoms in the medieval period sort of turned out to be, which was that you needed to have people that actually liked you or they weren't going to pay your ransom. What if the families can't pay? Oh, then I spin them a few heartwarming tales of a life on the galleys. You'll be surprised what sort of treasures a peasant can dig out of their cowshed or wheedle out of his cousins, assuming he's got the proper motivation. And if in the end they cannot come up with the silver, then there is always slave merchants who are looking for galley slaves. One cannot do heaven's work with an empty purse, you see. That's all I need to know, thank you. Yeah, these guys aren't pretty. I want to sell all the prisoners that I have with me. Let's see, I give you 128 for your prisoners. Do we have a deal? So, and before you say, oh god, you just like sold humans into slavery. Yeah, I did. You may want to get used to it, it's going to be happening a lot. Load of mercenaries. Is there anybody up here? We'll check upstairs. I do love this game. Anybody up here worth talking to? Nope. I was hoping for some like really cheap merchants. Ooh, oil lamps. Those things actually existed, they're really cool. Though they wouldn't have been lit during the day in all honesty. I mean, you might had like probably had like doors and stuff open to let windows in, or to let light and fresh air in. He's the merchant that we had the job for. Hero Nazar. The problem with having heroes, I find in my experience, is that some of them really approve your stuff. Greetings, traveller. I am the Tsar. No doubt you have heard of me. No, I can't say that I much want to make your acquaintance. No, and I can't say that. No, I don't think so. You have not? Then perhaps you have heard of my steed who cuts across Caledon plains like a beam of moonlight, or my sword, a connoisseur of blood of the highest-born prince of the land. I am a warrior by profession, but perhaps you may have heard of me for my prowess as a poet, who can move the liliest of maidens to swoon, or my prowess in the art of the bedchamber, in which I must confess a modest degree of skill. I confess a modest affection for Cal-Redair, and for the past several years I have visited towns, castles, villages, and making most of my talents. Which reminds me, somewhere out there is a city is a rather irate husband. I don't suppose you might consider helping me leave town. I might be able to use an extra sword in my company. Indeed, well, you would do well to enlist me. Sword, lance, the bow, my skill is all such matters pursuits in the stuff of the epic verse. Together we shall perform such feats, so they'll be counted in festivals and campfires, in filthy taverns and halls for kings for generations to come. Good, make yourself ready and you'll be on our way. But before I sign up, there's a small matter. Nope, he wants 300 dinar. It varies. You can get some people like who will join on for you for free. Some of them will like be really expensive. There's a bloke roaming about here, who's I believe like a couple of 1,000 gold coins for like 1,000 dinar. He's really good, but he's also super expensive. Travellers have knowledge where people are. Wandering Asok. That's like for the romance function in the game. You can like learn poetry because you actually have to swoon people with poetry, which is really cool. Moneylender who goes to the port. Can't afford anything. The port's like super expensive. Enter the arena. I need to get together a bit more of an army first. The problem is I know what this job is. Managed to get some food. Mab Ravenheart managed to forge 5 units of food, complete the supply. You consumes 12 units from 5 units of food. Yeah, we got some stuff. Basically, my foraging skill meant there that we didn't actually need to eat into our supplies of food. Should still be relatively good. We need to hire some more people. Never can have too many peasants. Now, you have loads of different ways of styles of play in this game. When I'm playing a more like honourable character, I tend to go heavily. What are they going? Which actually, that's something I should probably check. Sovereign relations. Who's Squadra fighting at the moment? the Carnates and Roderick and Rodox. That's going to be interesting. Rodox and Swadria are old foes. Like literally, they used to be that. The law of this game basically states that a long time ago, like all of Caldera was one empire under basically like the old Swadrian Empire, or the empire that predated the Swadrian Empire in Parven. And what eventually happened is like it was literally like for the Roman Empire. They crumbled, and over time they lost like their outer provinces until they only had like this region left. And then the Rodox basically rebelled. The Robot Republic rebelled in a massive rebellion, and that's sort of like the last major war that you have before the game sort of takes place. No one is willing to join you. Peasants. Actually, wait. That gives me an idea. Go to the present village centre. Now there is a reason that I'm doing this, folks, and it was to become abundantly clear once I find the headman, the man in charge, or the head woman in charge. It varies depending. Now where are they? Is he up here? Come on, horse. All this stuff is like you will literally, if you like get a fight in the village, you will fight in this village layout. He had to be on top of a hill, didn't he? Here we go. This is the bloke I want. We'll talk to the headman, village elder. Hello, peasant. Have you seen any enemies around here? Nope. There is a reason I do it, because you want to basically talk to them, so it means that you can go from the screen. So talk to this huntsman. 130 dinars. Not right now. I was going to actually hire him, but he's like super expensive. When you consider I've got literally 800 dinars to my name, he's literally like a quarter of my pay, or a quarter of my earnings. How's my party looking? It's going to cost me a weekly sum of 31 dinar to keep everybody happy at the moment. That's if our numbers stay the same and they don't level up. So we had to be a bit more proactive in finding people. Now, some people have asked me if I'm looking forward to the new Mountain Blade Banner Lords. Yes I am. I'm really looking forward to it. The new social mechanics, like being able to like take over sections of towns and cities and run them as your own like little empires, is really cool. They've got a lot of prisoners. Your party consumes 2 units of food. Your current morale is 79. How is our morale looking? It's going to be around there. Morale plays a factor in lots of things, actually. We got a couple of people. Someone's burning down something. Caravan.
I'd slit your throat for a trinket.
Oh, curses. I wasn't looking where I was going. Stupid Cornish-Knight. Fortunately, it's not like a massive amount of money. Oh, seriously, leave me alone. 63. We can just outpace them. If not, we can lure them towards this approaching bunch of Rodok soldiers who are probably going to burn down Ibaran. Literally, seriously, people, you want to join me because you've got a whole bunch of really angry folks that are going to come and ruin your day. Oh well, your loss. I offered you a way out. Become a brigand or get hacked to bits by really angry mountain men. Oh, they're actually besieging Uxhal. Uxhal? That's bad. I mean, there actually is ways. To be honest, we can actually train our soldiers up if we wanted to. We could go to the training fields and spend time training with them, which might be something we would want to do. Managed to gather some food. Yeah, these guys are all like serious armies. If I go into, well, I can actually go into the town. The town of Uhuk seems to be flourishing. People look well fed and relatively content, despite the fact that they're under siege. You see the banner of Duke Consenzo Delinard of the Kingdom of Swadria over the town gate. The population is different towards you. Basically, you're standing, you complete missions and stuff in for like the guilds and stuff in the town, and they'll like you more and stuff like that. It's relatively straightforward. Uh-oh. No. I don't want to go in the arena. No. Marketplace. Arms merchant. Do they have... They got an English bill hook. I don't see whether that's an English bill hook. Bill hooks, like, are just a general term. Kite shield would be nice. Battered. It's not fantastic, but I might take it. But it's got terrible stats. Boar spear, now that's something I'd like to have. Same reach, relatively, but does a lot more damage. I may grab that. I may very well grab that. It's cost me a good chunk of my money, but hey ho. Mercenaries. Traveller. Amazon. I do love the armour in this game. Mercenary. Spetsnet. I can't even pronounce it. Traveller. Well, this seems to be a good place to stop for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Cornish-Knight, and this has been Mab, the Raven-Hearted Bandit Queen. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at the links provided below, or look me up in the comment section and leave a comment. I'm always happy to get back in contact. I shall catch you all next time on the next episode of Mountain Blade Warband Florist mod. Goodbye.